What is up, everybody, and welcome to Between the Lines on Elevation 5280 Sports and Lifestyle. I'm your host, Katie Mack, and this is what's going on in the sports world this week. Now, week 13 in the NFL kicked off yesterday on Thanksgiving with a three-course football meal as the Lions escaped the Bears in the early window, 23-20. The afternoon game saw the Cowboys with a narrow victory over the Giants, 27-20, and Green Bay froze the Dolphins in the nightcap, 30-17. We'll get another serving of NFL action today on Black Friday as the Raiders will head into Arrowhead to face the 10-1 Chiefs. Week 13 will conclude with the 49ers taking on the Bills on Sunday night, and Cleveland will look to upset the Broncos in Denver on Monday night. Now, moving over to the college side of things, this season really is not over until it's over. We had some major upsets last week. For one thing, Florida took down Ole Miss in the Swamp in a nail-biter last Saturday, which brought the Ole Miss record to 8-3, squashing Lane Kiffin's hopes of a college football playoff for the Rebels. This Florida team has looked very strong in the latter half of the season, so I'm excited to see how they do now that they are bowl game eligible, and they've been getting a ton of commits going into next season. In other news, unranked Oklahoma took down Alabama at home. Alabama's ability to squeak into the college football playoff will now depend on the outcome of USC versus Clemson tomorrow. Auburn also took down Texas A&M in overtime last Saturday night in a devastating loss for the Aggies. In addition, last week, Georgia clinched their spot in the SEC championship game, but tomorrow the winner of the Texas A&M game will decide that SEC football championship matchup, which will happen next weekend in Atlanta. The last major upset of last weekend was unranked Kansas taking down number 25 Colorado 37-21. There were also some men's college hoops on Turkey Day as well. In the top 25, number 3 Gonzaga took care of number 14 Indiana. Number 18 Florida defeated Wake Forest. Number 13 Purdue won against NC State. Number 23 Ole Miss snuck past BYU. Illinois upset number 19 Arkansas, and Oklahoma squeaked by number 24 Arizona. Now, on the women's side, number 22, Iowa remains undefeated as they beat Rhode Island in the Cancun Classic. Now, in the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers remain atop the Eastern Conference with a 17-2 record, but the Celtics are hot on their heels at 15-3. In the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder are up top with a 14-4 record, with Houston sneaking into that number 2 spot this week, sitting at 14-6. Both the Lakers' Dalton Knecht and 76ers' Jared McCain have entered the conversation for Rookie of the Year, just chatting a little bit about what's going on with the player side of things, as both of them are now currently averaging 30-plus points per game. But I'm really, really excited to see where that one shakes out with all of the other candidates as well. So now moving on to the baseball side of things, former Giant Blake Snell will join the Dodgers on a 5-year, $182 million deal. He will rejoin his old Tampa Bay Rays teammate and current Dodger Tyler Glasnow, which is pretty special if you ask me. Now, on the topic of Juan Soto, he has reportedly narrowed it down to the Red Sox, Mets, Yankees, Dodgers, and Blue Jays. MLB insiders feel pretty strongly that it will not be the Blue Jays or the Yankees, but at this point, we still have no clue. The Mets have already offered him $660 million, and that number has reportedly been increasing over the last 2 weeks, moving steadily closer and closer to that $700 million that Soto is looking for. Soto to the Mets seems like it is becoming more and more possible given the money, the connection to him for months, and also the fact that both the Red Sox and Dodgers probably need to spend a little bit more money on arms going into the next season. Don't forget to head on over to all of our socials, give us a like and a follow, as well as subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify accounts as well. Just search Elevation 5280 Sports and Lifestyle. And as always, check out our home base, e5280sports.com. Once again, I'm Katie Mack on Between the Lines, and we will talk to you guys next week.